Marky Worthington Podcast all day.
All day.
Dream by night.
Don't buy me a drink. Just give me $10.
Oh, dude, you look sweet. Yeah, you got a big beard, dude.
Go down to the strip club with your floppy disk and turn it into a hard drive.
Yeah, right. Thrown out by Big Tony.
We're here to name names and make people feel more ashamed for shit that they're not proud of.
Me and my best friend, Marky Worthington.
Whatever it is.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Marky Worthington Comedy Podcast. This is episode 156. It's a callback episode with Jeffrey Charles, which was recorded at the start of 2021. It's a really good episode. We talk about a whole bunch of stuff, getting into comedy, gigs over the years, gigs that we've done, things that we've seen in the scene, interesting things like that. It's a two-part episode. This is part one. Also something to check out is I've got a live podcast recording coming up at the Baso on the 31st of March with Dylan Holmes. So if you want to come out, check out a live podcast recording. You can be part of the fun with that one. Audience members don't need to interact. However, we do have some good sections on the show which audience can participate in. So if you want to come out to that at the Baso on the 31st, free entry, be cool to have you there. But in the meantime, let's get into the episode.
Callback episode.
A good callback.
Good to have you in the home studio.
Yeah, it's good. I almost didn't make it today due to a bee sting emergency. So it was like,
Holy shit!
Yeah,
All right,
man.
Let's get into that.
Okay, well, yeah, this is my like middle class tragic life that I live. But I was, I always say to my kids like, put your shoes on when you go outside, blah blah blah. And I generally do it. Like I've got an old crappy pair of Asics that have literally got duct tape on the bottom because I got holes in them. Like it's terrible. But they're my outdoor shoes. Like no one's. I'm not a big enough comedian that the paps are turning up and taking photos of me in my what are those shoes. So I head out the back and I just said to my wife, oh yeah, I've just got to check on. I was checking on the clumping bamboo at my house or something like that. This is my like bourgeois existence. And then I stepped on a bee. I don't think I've had a bee sting in like 15, 20 years. Like, man, my right foot, which is my driving foot as well, it's like the size of a grapefruit right now. It's mental. I was panicking because like I was like, oh, I'm going to have to go get an Uber to Marky's place. And my wife's like, just get in the car and just drive there. So that's me.
You made it, dude.
I made it.
Yeah, so like without the art of podcasting, people wouldn't know your story.
Yeah,
like and also like for anyone that's scouting Jeff for any promos later on, just make sure you listen back to this episode and hook him up with some mad kicks. Like
I need it. Yeah.
And then hit me up for the playback, like the audio file, like
excellent
as a sample. I feel like that's where marketing's going now. Like I remember like I'm a bit younger than yourself, but I remember when I was younger, and it wouldn't have been much different when you're a kid either. It was all like TV and radio. It was like anything that was on TV in the morning between cartoons and stuff was like the next big thing. Whereas now, something can be released online and advertised only on certain YouTube channels or podcasts. And if you don't listen to those shows, you don't know about it.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely. Yeah, it's crazy. The diversification of it is just nuts. So yeah, if you want to get in touch with me, I've also got a budding, not really budding, maybe burgeoning perhaps. It's not at all actually. It's just it's a barbecue channel that I've set up on my Insta feed. So if you're into smoking meats, head up Jeffrey Charles Comedy and you'll see me. Most of my content is just me smoking ribs and stuff like that.
Nice.
So, yeah, I like it.
I love that. Like I wouldn't put it past someone with like such a floral shirt not to be into the meat smoking industry.
Yeah.
With that shirt and it looks like meat smoking's a front. Like it's like, like, hey, you guys want to party?
Yeah, exactly. That's it. It's just a ruse, that I've set up. It's I just got into it. It was weird. It was during lockdown, and I started watching the Chef Show. The two shows actually, the Chef Show on Netflix, which is Jon Favreau and Roy Choi.
Yep.
And like Roy Choi is like the godfather of the food truck movement.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's a Korean American chef. Mm-hmm. And have you seen Chef with Jon Favreau?
No, I've seen the what is it? The Smoke Off Challenge. where
Oh,
they have-
I know the one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
like-
Yeah,
like
that's like a game show.
Yeah, no, it's like a Cookmasters thing where they like get different people to cook barbecue different ways and they compete against each other. It's like
it's kind of like MasterChef but barbecue.
But barbecue, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was
It's like MasterChef but fatter.
more calories.
Dude, actually, all the judges are like that cowboy style, like tall, thin dudes
Yeah.
with mustaches and 10-gallon
kind of like
hats.
Texan hipster kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, I went on the deep dive with that. I watched that, and then another amazing show is Ugly Delicious, and which is David Chang's show, another Korean American chef, but he's massive. Like he's like a huge restaurateur, and he's got that show's awesome. Like if you ever want to look at like the history and stuff like that of food and like the social stuff with it, it's really good. And the ones I was drawn to was the barbecue stuff. So then I thought, I want to try to learn how to smoke meats. So I ordered a smoker and got into it. It's cool. Like, and everyone we have over, like they're just, they're like really enamored with it because I guess so few people do it.
Yeah.
Like with the actual, like a lot of people like will buy like a Weber and just like go, oh yeah. But yeah, if you really want to get into it, it's a real art. Like,
Oh man, I can imagine. Like, after I watched I think it like sparked something in me a little bit, but like I'm just way too fucking lazy to do that. So I literally got into like buying steak rubs and different sauces and stuff. That's as far as I go with it. Like I just oven stuff and cook on the barbecue for just normal barbecue.
For sure,
I can nail a barbecue, just a normal, old standard barbie you can do with the bloody
put some snags on kind of
snags
thing.
on type thing.
Yeah.
But there's a definite art behind it, man. I remember the best advice I ever got given for life by a school teacher was my year 10 construction teacher. Like we had this class called construction, right?
Yeah.
And basically what it was is they'd get like a bunch of students to do like tasks around the school.
Yep.
It'd be like, all right, we need a set of stairs put in here because 4 kids have rolled down this hill.
Get the construction boys on it.
Get the year 10 construction. So we were surrounded by a school of shit that was built pretty fucking crap because it was like just all like built by year 10, 11 and 12 kids. And we were actually known as our group, our year, chose construction year 10, 11 and 12, all like the same group. So we, instead of just doing like one, so like a lot of the time they'd be like, oh yeah, the 2009 year 10 class built those stairs, right?
Yeah.
But we had a few things around the school that were us because like we stuck with it and like managed to get more. We did like a major project which was like a staircase, and then we built like a rock wall next to it as like the handrail, and then like reconcreted the like bus stop and everything.
It's like your history, if you would, like
That's
it's
right,
your lineage, that you've left on there.
That's
right.
right.
That's
dude,
so
yeah.
cool, man.
Yeah. So like, did all that, and the thing was though, at the end of the year, it was like you'd go to your normal classes, right? You'd do like your normal like math, science, English. But then, like, for one class, you were a tradie.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, yeah, like, all of a sudden, everyone just whips out their, like, high-vis, gets changed, and, like, starts doing construction around the class. And the teacher that ran that was, like literally like a tradie, right? So we'd be, like, just midway through a class and then go out and just put on the high-vis and start being like, oh, yeah, mate, chuck us the bloody 30-pound hammer. And, like, it would just... And then just go back to, like, a normal class again.
Oh, that's great.
And at the end of the year, instead of doing construction, we had like a class before lunch. So the teacher brought in like a Weber barbecue.
Oh, excellent.
And we had like a feed at the end.
That's so good.
And the advice he gave me, as he's cooking the barbecue, we're all standing around. But by this point, there's like 6 of us left in this class because most of them that wanted to pursue construction had gone in to get apprenticeships or whatever. And he just goes like, yeah, remember, boys, when you're cooking a barbecue, steaks, don't flip them often. Snags, turn them often.
Yep, correct.
That's the only advice that I
That's
needed.
good. That's good advice.
And I've been able to cook a barbecue ever since.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I reckon cook at low heat as well.
That's another thing.
Low heat, because I mean that's the thing. Like like when you look at it, you're like, oh yeah, let's just get it done, like burn it out, and that's again, I'm a bit older than you are, Marky, but like I remember in the 90s and like I only have very vague memories of the 80s, but Definitely like family barbecues in the 90s, and you've got like the full on carcinogenic sausages. You know, it's just like like eating charcoal.
Did you
and that
have
was
the flame, like the heat bead sort of barbecue?
yeah. So we had like the old old school Weber, you know, where you basically had the charcoal at the bottom, and then a fire starter, and that was it. And I don't think we got a gas barbecue until like I would have been like a teenager. So we had the ancient Weber that's probably got like rust all over and stuff. It's amazing we're all still here. Like, because maybe that's what, enabled us to go further. Like, it's just that, But yeah, so eating barbecue food from that was, like we'd still enjoy it. Like, oh, it's a barbie, but it's terrible. Like, low heat. Like cooking at low heat is always like, well, because you're burning all of like the sinews out and stuff like that. You're actually just, I don't know, unless you're doing like a really thin steak, like a skirt steak or like a minute steak or something where it's just boom, boom, done. Yeah, that could be high heat, easy. But yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. My butcher, if he's tuning into this, would love this section.
Oh yeah, no. I'll have to hit him up. Yeah.
Dude, in case I don't look like the kind of guy, I have a close relationship with my butcher.
Yeah.
In case you wouldn't already know by looking at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as in he'll come around. We have barbecues and stuff.
That's awesome.
That's how kind of like I went to his birthday and shit. We watched Star Wars together and it's just one of actually.
This is ticking most of my boxes.
Yeah, dude. It's actually it's pretty funny. What happened was his birthday. I was like, oh, it was just before the first of the new series of Star Wars came out, like Force Awakens or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's a nerd. He loves he's like sci-fi and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, oh, it's his birthday. I'll buy him 2 tickets for the Star Wars movie,
so nice.
right? So I take him to him. He's with his girlfriend. I'm like, oh, here's 2 tickets, man. And he was just like, oh, thanks, dude. And he turns to his girlfriend and he's like, oh, do you want to come with me? And she's like, I'm not really into Star Wars. So within the same breath, he's like, do you want to come with me? And I'm like, yeah, okay. So I went and watched Star Wars with him when I really was just going to give him the tickets. So that kind of was like why we hang out sometimes after work and shit. Like, it's just one of those things. But I've been seeing my butcher for like 8 years, dude. Wow. I get all my meat from the butcher. I don't tend to. I sometimes buy like ham and like things from Woolies or Coles or from the supermarket. You'll watch as I edit the names out later. For
future sponsorship deals.
Yeah. If you want to unlock the names there.
It's like, actually, we've got a Patreon set up.
For me, $5 a month, you can see where I actually shop. Yeah, so
you've got like a GoPro, as
like,
oh, here's the turkey.
Yeah, do everything in 2 takes, one with and without it. But for the most part, I try and get all my stuff from the fresh food markets or from wherever, just because I find that the quality's a bit better.
Yeah.
And also that, like, a lot of it, like, he smokes all of his own meats and everything. You should probably appreciate that more, knowing the inner workings behind that.
Some of them, yeah.
But so I've been seeing him for a while. But it reminds me of when you're talking about smoking, and so you listen to the Monday morning podcast.
I do, on and off.
On and off, yeah. So our mutual friend Bill Burr.
I think he knows of us.
Yeah.
I saw him from very far away at the Sydney Opera House in 2015.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
cool.
he was amazing. It was the best I've seen. Yeah, like he was incredible.
Yeah, cool. Because that's I was listening to a couple of throwback episodes, and I was listening to one from before he went to that gig.
Oh, right.
So I kind of had like the lead up to that gig, which had already happened. So it was weird to listen back to old episodes and then think, oh man, he like recorded this in 2012 or 2013, man. And you're like, fuck, dude, this guy's been at the grind for so.
He's a He's a pro's pro, man. He's like he was. I took my brother to that for his birthday, and he's like not like that much into comedy. He like appreciates it, but that's not his thing. Like us, and
Can't have too many comedians in the same family.
that's it. Yeah. But he's hilarious. Like it's one of those ones where like I think if he worked at it, he'd probably be better, than I am, which is not terribly difficult to be fair. But it's yeah, like a little bit of effort, guys, and you'll outstrip me. But yeah, like it's yeah, well, maybe. I got the tickets to, so he did 2 shows, so I left it really late, and I think I bought them like the day before or something like that, and there were we were right up the back, and we were doing the late show. We got the late show, but like and so as we were going there, like my brother said, "Oh, so who is this guy?" And I said, "Oh, he's amazing." Yeah, and he really liked it, which was great. Because there's nothing worse than taking someone to something and they were just like, "Oh no." So he was like, "Yeah, no, I really appreciate it." But yeah, no, he was awesome. Like Bill, like he was so good, and he just had like he had this long tangential story about like when he got caught drink driving and stuff like in Boston in the 90s, and
he's trying to change the tire.
No, it was a different one from memory. It's been a while, like so. That was nearly 6 years ago, actually. So gosh, time flies. But yeah, it was awesome. It was amazing. Like to say that you've seen it, I was just like, gosh, yeah.
Well, see, I don't think so I've been in comedy for just over 3 years now, and I don't think the entire time I've been doing comedy, he's come to Australia. Like, I think 2015 was like the last time he's been here. So.
Yeah, I think he really like obviously he was massive. Like, I mean, if you're doing the Opera House, you're doing a lot of things right. Like, you're big, but he's just gone like bigger and bigger and bigger. Like,
ever since,
yeah, man. Like, he hosted Saturday Night Live recently. Like, that's
insane,
huge. Like it's No, he's so good. Like, yeah, he's amazing. I know. I listened to the Monday Morning Podcast on and off. I actually. I listened to a bit, like didn't get through all the episode, but because I've got kids and you've just got to be really careful of like what you can play. So I've got like the USB Bluetooth headphones. So I've got the Bluetooth headphones, but then I hadn't synced it yet.
I'm not editing that together. I'm going to leave the USB part in there.
I like USBs. They're vintage. Like they're the VHS of today.
Dude, how weird will it be one day when you find an old flash drive and you're like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, man.
There's nearly to that point now. Like, I don't like people use them for documents and stuff, but like I feel like your like various document storage methods online that I'm not going to name particular brands.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, like I mean, there's various ones. There's Dropbox and Google, but like I'm not going to put those names in this podcast.
No. Let's shout out the up and coming ones. Like internet storage. Free internet storage. We've got your back.
Yeah. What's the how we used to buy software and it would come with like, oh, we also have this software. If you want to tick this box, we'll install this as well. Like, so it would just be like random things like that.
Yeah,
it's just like, oh, great. Yeah, I want a random toolbar in my Internet Explorer that like shows me how to do stuff. Before you know it, you like open up Internet Explorer and I think they're big enough; they don't need my help. So
no, like I remember it was again, I might be a bit too old. Like, did you come across like LimeWire and Kazaa and all that stuff? Yeah, our big thing for downloading was Lost episodes. Yeah, because it got to a point like I stuck with Lost as a show, and it kind of, some people swear by it, but I think it really started jumping the shark.
Died off pretty hard.
Oh yeah. Like, I mean, I still watched it. Like, it's one of those things. It's like, I guess I'm a bit of a commitment person. Like, I commit to it, I'm in with it. Like, I watched all of True Blood. That last 4 seasons were bad. Like, and I should have. That's like, how many hours? Like 10, so that's like 40 hours of my life that I lost. Like, it's just,
it's like Buffy, dude. My buddy who was part of that same crew of like LimeWire and all that stuff. Like, there was times where everybody just had box sets of everything before they downloaded shit, right?
Yeah.
And he had the Buffy box set, and he was like, "All right, I haven't watched this box set, and I've been looking at it, and I've not devoted the time to it. Next 2 weeks school holidays, like the shorter breaks that you have throughout the year, I'm not stopping until I've finished it."
Oh
right?
my gosh, yeah.
Legitimately, he said, for nothing but between like 10 to 16 hours a day. He did nothing but watch Buffy for 2 weeks.
Was he wearing like an adult nappy or something?
Dude, he was like, well, he took breaks as an animal, but he became a demon, and Buffy had to slay him by the end of the series because he like ate too much, like and just
I had like not Buffy related, but we got the kids a Switch for Christmas, yeah, because recent times have been challenging because I'm from Sydney originally, and I've only been living in Canberra pretty much since in the same space of time that you've been doing comedy. So I've only been living here about 3 or 4 years, but they weren't able to see many of my family members this year, so which was
you normally head back for
usually we try and go back a couple of times a year if we can, but obviously it's challenging now, like as the kids are getting older because they got school and stuff, and they have friends parties, all that sort of thing. Like when the kids are really little, you can just take them wherever you want. It's almost like almost like another piece of luggage. You can just pop them in the car and boom, you're gone. But anyway, so we couldn't do any so they couldn't see their family, so we thought, we'll buy a Switch, and it's been great because they've since having the Switch they've just forgotten everything else. Like Switch is their universe. Like I get woken up like, Dad, set up Mario Kart 8, and I'm just like, it's just like it's just terrible at like 6:30 in the morning. But anyway, so I had some my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law live here in Canberra. Actually, my brother-in-law Tony, he's seen you, and he's been to a whole bunch of things. He used to come. He came to see us at the Phoenix quite a lot when that was on.
Right. Yeah.
So this is like 2018.
It's weird that the Phoenix is a memory and not a thing that's still happening. Like it seems so like still fairly fresh that it. But like, I was thinking about it, I'm like, that hasn't ran for a while. Like,
no, nearly 2 years. Yeah, thereabouts. Yeah.
Our mutual friend Dylan Holmes has been on the podcast before. I kept saying to him, like, because I used to record most of my sets when I emceed with a GoPro.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
and I don't tend to do that as much anymore unless someone specifically wants a copy of their set.
I should ask you for that next time. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, but I usually, when I get off stage, will hit stop and then hit start before I go back up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'd only been emceeing like 2-3 times maybe before this, and I left it recording and I captured Dylan's first ever set. At Phoenix.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, he said it would be around his first, if not his first. And I was just like, I keep saying to him, like, I could just delete it, dude.
Yeah.
Or I could just keep it until you want it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't want it, delete it. And I was like, okay. But like, you might not ever have your first ever set again. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, you don't want to watch your first set, but it's good to have, like, in case, like, it's like one of those things, like, while it's still fresh, it's still kind of cringy, but like, eventually it's so cringy, it's funny again because it's been enough time since then. Like,
well, and also, it's part of your story. Like, I think that's a big thing that, that I think with comedy, how it is now, like, because you look back at comedy, comedy, like any genre changes, but like a lot of comedy these days is people just telling their stories, it's very narrative based, it's very personal, idiosyncratic, and I guess if you did go back and look at that stuff, I think I've got video footage of, it must be on probably like my wife's, like iPhone, like 7 versions ago. Of when I first started at the Mug and Kettle in Sydney in where was it? Oh god, in Glebe in Sydney in like 2013. God, I would not want to watch it. No way. I mean, actually, I had a good, like, it went well, but like I was just like, no way. I couldn't handle it.
Man, it's like my first ever set. I did it at Smith's, right? I was like, set didn't go too well to start with, and then I went into like some more material which was kind of more of a story based thing, which worked a little bit better. Wasn't bad for a first set. I don't want to watch that shit, dude. Like, I think in my 2-year anniversary of starting comedy, fell on a open mic.
Yeah.
And I was going to do
it at Smith's?
It was at
Smith's, yeah.
And I was actually thinking of doing my first set again, like just to like a callback.
Yeah.
but it was just so shit that I was like, I don't even want to do that material. There is something to be said about revisiting old material. Like the amount of times I've like put something on the back burner and come back to it once I had like a better setup or something else that worked into it. I'm like, cool. But yeah, it's like that first set there, I think it lies where it stays. Yeah.
I think it's hard. Yeah. I mean, like, I think I'd say it's akin to like, it's like, planting a planting a plant. That's a terrible analogy. Planting some sort of tree, I think. And particularly, one that'll, I don't know, like grow, hopefully, over, like not something that'll shoot up like a weed, but something that'll take time. Like, I think, you're right. Like, there are bits that just, they come to mind and you try it once and, like I recently did that. It was a bit, I hadn't done it for a while. It was when I dislocated my shoulder earlier in the year and I was having to take oxycodone all the time just because the pain was like immense and it was just difficult to sleep. And I did it again recently when I stupidly, I did them both playing Ultimate Frisbee and I shouldn't, like I'm still playing at quite a high level and I used to play at a very high level when I was younger and fitter and not as heavy.
Just can't keep up to your same.
Oh man, I'm 30. I'm 36 nearly. And that's the thing. Like you look at those elite athletes, and I'm definitely not one of them. And they're like saying like he's now 36 years old, and I was like, I was marking this guy who was like 19. I'm nearly old enough to be his father. But anyway, so I did this bit, and I'd only done it once or twice. And then, because I was getting these crazy dreams on the oxycodone, and then I just did it again. I did a Blackbird about 2 weeks ago, and I pulled it out, and it went well. But I was like, geez, I hadn't done that bit for like 6 months, so it was a risk, But it's one of those things like you do sort of, it's like what it is. It's taking a plant, repotting it. And then you put it into another space. Yeah. That's what, like, that. I think that's kind of like what it is with comedy, true. In my opinion. Like,
yeah, for sure. Like, I've done that before with certain gigs where you're like, man, you might have. I don't do this anymore. I used to sometimes tailor my material for the crowd or venue, and I would change it up depending on. How my previous set went there or whatever, and I sort of be a little bit self-conscious about certain jokes. Yeah. But now I'm like more stubborn and like set with like, which is the opposite to how my personality should be. It should be like dynamic and evolving, but instead I've like reversed that and I've gone more like stubborn and hard with my. But I'm it's more so like in a joke sense. It's like. I'll start out like with a bit that I'm like, that could do with some work. And then try again. Nah, it's not quite hitting. Yeah. But then I'll just consistently try it with different intros, surround it by different jokes, have like a different lead up, different punchline, open with it, close with it, see if I can like work out why it's not working before I throw it away.
Yeah, I think, like it's sort of, I think, look, the best metric is to see, are the jokes landing? But like, you can't jettison every bit. Like, if you're out there, really like pushing the boundaries and you're thinking like, okay, this might go well, this might not. Like, if you know consciously that you're doing like a high risk act, like you've got to have such a level of craft to pull off like really, just like not even just like content wise, but also just like or like appropriateness, but it's also just like the difficulty of the joke. Like there are some jokes that are so nuanced and so built into what you're thinking that the audience might not understand it, and they might just go like, oh, I've got like, this is like listening to an insane person, like, up there. So no, man, you can't jet it. Like you gotta weave it in. Like you made a good point about my stuff. It was at one of the basements in the latter half of this year after the lockdown. Yeah. And you said, I like how you add bits as you go. Yeah, like you do a bit and then you put little bits on. Yeah. And that was good feedback because cool, no, I appreciate it because that's the thing. Like I need to make sure that I'm looking at my process and going, oh, right, well, how do I build bits? And
just giving a 7-year comic advice like I fucking
no, but I'm not like, I'm not Bill Burr.
But it's just fun. Like I also learnt something with certain crowds is sometimes they can. I just did it then. I'll start like several conversations and finish them and then get to what I actually want to say.
Isn't that just being a millennial? Like, yeah. What do they say? I saw online, it was a millennial is having 3 different conversations on 3 different social media platforms with the same person at the same time.
So I have that where I'll start something and I'll go like fuck that bit, and then I'll like circle back to it, or I'll do a callback or something to like an original bit, which will lead me on another tangent. And for crowds that don't have that mindset, they can sometimes get confused. It happened to me at Boardwalk a few months ago. I was doing a couple of bits that I've since worked out, but at the time it was the first time I tried it, and someone was heckling, and I said like something. I kind of went at them a little bit, and I was like, "You what, you don't like this bit or something?" And they said, "No, I'm just confused." And I was like, "That's actually good feedback." Like, for once, a heckler gave me something I can actually work with. That's not just like putting him down.
Yeah.
It was the first time that I've had a heckler where I've gone like, "Oh, like you're just trying to help." You know what I mean?
It's constructive feedback.
It was like,
you know?
it was legit. I could have waited till after the show, but like at the same time, thanks for fucking having a crack. But that happens though, like, because I can't think of something from someone else's like mind. I can only sort of I can only think of something from my perspective initially until I look at it from from the audience's point of view.
Okay.
So I might have like a really complicated thought process to lead up to one simple joke, and then I just tell the joke and they don't get how I got to that point. I sometimes need to like lead the audience to the finish. I can't just kind of like fast track them to the punchline without sort of doing a good lead up. But,
yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, I think that's all of us.
I just confused all my listeners as well. They're like, "Yeah, dude, I know what you're talking about."
That's true for
dude,
me
if
too.
it's anything like this conversation, I can understand why the fucking person heckled you.
Well, let's get him in. You can give me some feedback as well. No, like I just think that it's that art of just writing great jokes. Like, you know, who is just it just blows my mind that he's able to do it. Like Luke Burney, how he just gets up there and he just boom. How does he do it? Like, because I've literally got only 2 or 3 bits that are very sort of joke centric, and I guess I won't do them. You know, I won't burn material here. But one of them's actually online. And it was from Short Fast Funny last year, and I did that bit and then like another comedian was like, "Oh, I really like that bit." And I'm like, "Thanks." And then it made me think like, oh, okay, that is really different to most of my stuff, because it was when I was emceeing fundamentals at Smith Alternative, and you know I was doing like
Say the date.
Sorry?
Say the date.
I'll say the date. Yep, 20. Thanks. See, that's why you're the professional. So Fundamentals, Smith's Alternative, 21st of January. So I think it's about to go online. I've sent it through to the management there, and we'll see. But it'll be good.
Oh, you already said the event, the venue. May as well just round that off.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, it's but no, like
basement's on the 20th, so the night
awesome.
before. Make it 2 nights
back to back. Let's do it. I'll be there. I missed. Should I tell my story about? You see, I'm doing a Marky right now. I'm chopping all over the place. It is, man. Look, you know, you're the dude. I'm a Marky acolyte. But what was it? So. It just every time I haven't seen Luke for ages because I think we just haven't been on the same gig, same nights, and like I got kids and I keep injuring myself playing Ultimate, so that has sort of cut into my ability to go to open mics, which is a real shame.
You're out there making material instead of using it.
Yeah, exactly. See,
you're still in the creating process.
I'm doing it all wrong. 7 years in, I'm still just But when I saw him at, I think it must have been at the basement, I think. And
he did the first one back in May, and I haven't seen him there since.
That was where it was. He just went boom, 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 boom. And like, I'm just like, how did, like, I was just sitting there just in awe because I'm like, how does he do it? Like, you know, my brain just can't, like, it takes me, like, I have to sit down and just think about a joke and think about a premise and go like, oh, how can that, like, it's just, it's a real art. And, you know, Nick Schuller's another one. Like, Nick Schuller's just a great, just beat to beat joke writer. And I'm just like, oh, like, that's just, I wish I had that. So, Tomic's another one. He's really good at it. Chris Ryan, she just has these, like, there's a lot. Whereas, I get caught up in storytelling, I think. But I guess, you know, because I'm an English teacher, so I do. English teachers tell stories. You know, that's what they do.
Other people's stories, but stories.
I'm basically just a plagiarist. That's what I am. Well, that's what Shakespeare did, man. He just stole all that stuff and he just rewrote it. Like, you know, Othello was written by an Italian writer, Cinthio, and he just basically took their stuff and I'm like, I'm going to make it good and boom, done. He's like a comedian from the old days.
He's like Bill Gates from then.
Yeah.
I think the only reason that Luke Burney could be at the first mic back is because it always falls when he does something else
Yeah.
on that night. And because of COVID, that other thing was cancelled. So he,
Right.
like, for the first time in ever, he was able to actually get up at the basement. I remember that set was very fucking solid.
Yeah, it was great. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, man.
Also, Luke's kind of he's been to the basement a couple of times as a patron just to watch bands and gigs and shit.
Right.
And I feel that sometimes seems a bit more confident on that stage because it's like it's kind of a bit more of a few more people that are his crowd, like they know him and that sort of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's good to see him there, but I never have landed it where he's been there on that night, and it just all the planets aligned, and he was able to play the basement. So that was fucking cool, man.
Oh, it's tough. You know?
He's
I missed the last two basements because I did all my rib cartilage playing
That's right,
Ultimate.
yeah.
Because I think I was closing Smiths. I don't think I saw you. I think I might have just seen the end of your bit. I just got in and
I opened,
yeah, right, okay. And did I tell you this one? Because I was closing. Marlton was emceeing.
That's
Chris
right,
Marlton, that
yeah.
is, and another great Canberra comic. And he and I'm sitting at the door at Smith's as these like glass kind of, I think they're like French doors pretty much sort of thing.
Pretty much.
So yeah, full plain glass French doors. And actually I'm storytelling right now. So yeah, this is it.
Painting a picture,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do.
And
and
red surrounding.
that's true. Very bohemian, you know, like yeah, it is very red. It's like sort of crimson burgundy kind of. And anyway, sorry, I'll stop doing so
Silver
much
handle
imagery.
between waist and chest height. Yeah.
Just over a meter. No, so anyway, so I'm sitting there at the front, and then Luke Heggie walks in,
Yeah.
and I was just like, whoa, because I think he'd done a gig at the Canberra Theatre the night before.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I recognised him, and you know he doesn't know who I am, obviously. So I said, oh hey Luke, I'm Jeff. Would you like a spot? And he goes, nah, I'll just sit and watch. And I was just like, oh man. So I was like, all right, I've got to go for it. And I did two bits that have gone well recently, but like I really went for it. Like I was at like, and it did, and I had a good set. I've recorded it. I was like, good. And then I got off stage, and then because I had all of this rib cartilage damage, which is like these little sort of micro,
tears and
muscles,
stuff,
all through up and down, like because I got taken out of the air playing frisbee, my legs. I had that moment of like weightlessness, you know, I was just like, well, not weightlessness, I'm still heavy, but you know, I was like, oh shit, you know, where are my legs?
This is gonna hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. So I land. Apparently, people in the next field heard the impact.
Nice.
And but then I went to work for a week. And I had some oxycodone left over from when I did my shoulder back in February. So I was like, okay, I'll
Waste
go.
not, want not. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go to work like an idiot, and I was really struggling. And then I'll go home and I'll just take one of them and I'll go to sleep. And I was really like, people were saying like, Jeff, you're all over the place. Like you look foggy. And I was like, yeah, man, like I'm out of it. So anyway, so I have that set. It did go well, thank God. And then and I had a chat with him afterwards, and I was really holding it together because I was in so much pain. Like I thought I was having, all the pain was on the right side of the body.
Yeah.
But I thought I was having a heart attack. Like I thought I was having angina, which is, and it can travel. Like it's not just left side. So be heart safe, everybody.
Pain.
Yeah. It's the referral pain. Like you can actually have. Anyway, so
that's me. That's me in a nutshell, man.
No.
Close enough. I said fucking referred when it was deferred. Like, I'll like get you close enough to work it out.
Look, you know what? That was like basketball. You gave me the assist.
Yeah,
you're like the point guard. I'm the alley oop. I'm slamming it in.
Just like fucking.
Doesn't matter.
Dude, I don't know what you're like at basketball, man, but fuck, I feel sorry for any team where the choice.
We're like the it's like Space Jam, but we don't get the magic juice or whatever it is. We just suck.
It's like we're like the under 6 foot Space Jam. You're like close to 6, like 5.
Oh, I'm like 5'9". I'm 175 centimeters.
Yeah, dude.
So
I'm 170, man. I'm fucked. Like
you're like a point guard from the 50s.
Yeah. Like
in the National Basketball Association. Marky Worthington on the Boston Celtics.
Oh fuck yes, dude! Like I feel like I would have been tall in the Middle Ages.
Dude, you got the beard to prove it, man.
I feel like when you picture like the fucking Viking marauders and shit coming over the hill, that was because everyone was 5 foot and I'm 5'7".
Yeah. So I taught at a Catholic private school in Sydney, and there was the patron saint of said school, and like there was a statue of him near the front of the school, like in a courtyard kind of thing, and yeah, he was tiny,
Life
and
size.
Sorry?
They made it the actual
Yeah, it was life size. It was as far as they know, like
yeah.
obviously, but he was so short, and before, like, he was a mercenary in one part of his life. So yeah, man, like, it's crazy, like how much well,
you look at old houses, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you see like moving to the country and they're like, oh, here's this like up in the hillside, we've got this beautiful cottage made from, the 1600 fucking like design with the thatch roof and shit, and that's like the odd one, like the wild card, and they're like, it's a bit out of our budget. I was thinking maybe something with a taller door and that.
Be like, can you put a French door on that? Maybe one with a glass pane, like a Smith's Alternative.
Yeah, I'm thinking red glass door.
About like handle waist height.
Make it a plummy burgundy colour.
Can you put a lamp on the top? Like, no.
Upside down, though. Like, I want it to look... Anyone that's played at Smith's knows what I'm talking about.
I love the vibe there. It's cool. Like, even like Pat Doherty was, when he first did, I don't know, it was either just a mic or
Did
fundamentals.
he tell you this is the best room in town?
Okay, well, there
I thought I was the only one.
All right. Well, you just broke my heart.
Fuck.
We broke each other
both our
hearts.
hearts.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. No, I do. Yeah. I mean, I love the basement too. It's fun. Like, I love in Canberra that there's such a distinct vibe with the different rooms. Like, they're not. Maybe that's like every city. Although, because when I started in Sydney, a lot of the rooms weren't really distinct as such. So, like, the Mug and Kettle, which was set up by Daniel Muggleton.
Okay.
He's a Sydney comic. Yeah, he's really funny. He's really good. He was in the UK for quite a few years, and now he's back in Sydney.
I'm not fully across the Sydney scene, actually. I probably have more connections in Melbourne than Sydney as far as comedians that I see regularly on my social medias and stuff.
I only know a few. Like, I mean, it's been a long time, Marky. Like, because I was doing mics for about a year, and then my wife and I had our first child, and it just got too hard, to go out and do mics. And also, like, I was teaching in a private school in Sydney, which was great, and it was really good development for me as a teacher, and it was fun. But yeah, man, those private schools work you hard. Like, I was doing 50, 60 hours a week, and
it's insane.
it's nuts. Yeah, like, I mean, and the pay's really good. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's great, and it's really, not that this is an education podcast as such, but if someone wants to do that, it's a really good way to test yourself as if you want to develop and
let's not label it just yet.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. No, you're branching out, like Marky Worthington Education. I like that.
Exactly.
But
fuck, I think I'd be better off with a basketball team.
And he's back. Look at that rebound. Yeah. Well, so we're doing a few impressions. Your impressions are actually pretty good there. That sort of that
I've got
British
a couple
accent.
go-tos. I've got a couple go-tos, and I'll steer the conversation towards them. I could have very well done moving to the country Australia. Yeah. But that's like my normal accent, so I had to try and change it to the UK version. I do like a
Do. That's all right.
I'd have a Central West New South Wales accent.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, hit me. Let's go.
So I'll
so like Dubbo? Is that Central West New South Wales, or am I
Wagga, Dubbo?
Wagga, okay, got it. Okay,
but like farm. Like there's parts of Wagga where it's like the city. Like I've played there before with for Dane Simpson's room. The Riverina comedy, anyway. And it's not Dane Simpson's room, but
yeah.
And there is a different accent in the city. I'm talking grew up on the farm sort of area.
Because Wagga's a university town. They got Charles Sturt Uni, so it's going to be
There we go. Yeah. So you've got that, but my old man lives out that way, and he does welding and engineering.
Yeah,
and he'll get people call him up to do jobs for their farm, like build things, and most of the time he just, if he's working, will let it go to voicemail, and then in his lunch break or at the end of the day he'll listen to all his voicemails and know who needs to call back, right? I was out visiting him once, and he's just like, "Oi mate, listen to this." Hits play on the voicemail. Getting ready for the impression. So voicemail plays, just gets, Oh, yeah, g'day, mate. It's Dino here from down the road. Just wondering if you could get a chance to look at those dog cages that we were looking at the other day, mate. Yeah, no worries. Like, if you haven't got a lot of time, you know, we can get round to it maybe Tuesday. But if you can't, then I suppose it doesn't matter too much. But I'll bloody catch you around.
That's pretty good. I love that. You know what the really telling part was? The Tuesday.
Yeah,
Tuesday Monday. You know, like, it's, I find that very, that's good. I like it.
He just hits stop, but then he's like, oh, that one was like one of the more distinct one, but it was literally like about 5 messages from different people, all with that same style of voice.
Right.
But the best thing about it was, instead of like, if I leave you a message, which I wouldn't anymore, like I don't really leave voice messages, I'll just send a text, right?
Okay. All right.
With what I would normally say in a voice message.
Yeah.
But if I did leave a voice message, when I used to leave voice messages, I would just be like, hey Jeff, just call me back when you're ready.
Yeah.
Like, you would see a missed call now and do that anyway, so I wouldn't leave the thing.
You'd presume,
But if it was something that I was like, this doesn't need to be a phone call, I'll just say it in the message. It'd be like, hey Jeff, need to reschedule Tuesday to Friday, call me if that works, or message me. Mm-hmm. But this dude was just, g'day mate, how you going? Just wondering if, like, it just, like it was, like he had no concept of, like, time.
Yeah.
It was just like, I'll have a conversation with you via fucking no response from your end.
But you know what? I think it's kind of polite too. Like, it's kind of sweet. You know, like you start off with like a salutation, like, g'day, how are you? You know,
Yeah.
Oh, you know, how you going? Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess you're right. But we're also busy though, and also like we don't check them. Like, you know, I rarely get them. But yeah.
I'm glad now. I noticed recently with the iPhone did an update where actually no, the phone. If you want iPhone, you're gonna have to pay. So
get on board with the Patreon people.
I'm not gonna edit any of these out. I've given up.
Just keep it's all gold.
Just fuck it. If you pay me, I'll make another one.
Fair,
but
that's really fair.
Like the voicemails available through the phone without having to call it. It just comes up as like a sound bite, so you can just hit play without having to call.
Oh yeah,
the actual
like calling like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
God, I hate all that.
Yeah, so you're just sitting there listening back to it. And I remember like I get calls from recruiters for jobs, and they always try and butter you up if they leave a voice message. Butter them up. That's an idiom.
Yeah,
we'll get into that later.
Yeah,
but anyway, so. Is that an idiom?
It is an idiom.
There we go. See, dude.
There you go.
So I was like, I know when I'm getting a call from a recruiter because they'll always start with something that's like, oh, hey, Mark, how you going? Just wondering if, like, because I'm Mark professionally.
Yep.
People don't realize that was the name change. Yeah. In case you don't know. So there's a they'll buddy up. So you'll listen to the voice message, and you'll, without even listening right through, just from the start, you'll know that it's someone trying to offer you a position to do something. Yeah, right. And for a while, mine was from F is for Family. Still is, I think. The answering machine, leave a message at the tone. You know, the
I've
70s voicemail machine.
I've seen a few episodes.
Yeah. And the person that called me was like, didn't know where the reference was, but wanted to address it. So they're just like, oh, Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Oh. Anyway, Mark, if you want to call me back. And I just was like, dude, this, like, nice try. Nice try.
Yeah, you know, he had a crack.
Yeah, so we spoke earlier about some random you're an English teacher and idioms and stuff like that. We're going to have a section after the break to get into some more of those. I've got actual content for the second part.
Beautiful.
So we'll burn through that. Thanks for listening so far, and we'll be back in a moment with the next part and get into some actual Marky Worthington education.
Yeah.
Don't buy me a drink. Just name names. Yeah, right.
Big time. You're fucking throwing out a strip club with your floppy disk. Yeah, you got a big beard, dude.
Shame for shit all day.
Me and my best friend, Marky Worthington.
Keep it simple. Count your money.
That they're not proud of.
Just give me $10.
Hey, right.
Click.
Did you hang up?
No, I just said click.